Hey guys, today I'm bringing you the best Lavaloon deck for this meta. This season here is 35 days long, so you guys should be reaching new personal bests. This is going to be the best deck for you to use. It is very versatile, very offensive, and you can outplay a lot of decks with this. And it gives you a heads up against like the bait decks and the expo decks compared to Lava Tombstone, where you don't have as much lead room. The miner is really good with the arrows, and surprisingly you are able to beat a lot of queen decks even though you only have arrows and zap. So I did get over here with 7306, my first 7300 finish. I have hit 7471, but I didn't finish there. I had to tilt last season, which was annoying. But here we go into the video, guys. I'm just going to be going over my best replays from last season in our 400 trophy push that got us this finish. Let's jump into it. Alright guys, so we have a deck here which is very nice against beatdown decks as well. Even though you don't have the tombstone to pull their units, you do have the Inferno Dragon, which is going to be so great against lava decks. So the first deck we face here is a Lavaloon deck. Actually, I think it's Lava Miner. But I'm not sure here. Yeah, you want to start off like passive. You can lava in the back first play with this deck if you want to, but I recommend only doing it when you have barbs in hand. Just to make sure you can't get punished by a ground unit. You can lava first play. I didn't do it here because I had no Loon, so I was kind of just wondering, well, where's my Loon at? What is he playing? So let's just play it safe. And then we did go in with a zap spell to save my Inferno Dragon. He went with the miner. That kind of was interesting to me because that's a waste of 3 elixir and he doesn't really save his Inferno Dragon. So just like that, we're up a ton of elixir, and I wanted to use the arrows there to make sure that the Inferno Dragon wouldn't get too much damage on my towers. So we did successfully defend that there, and we are still up 2 elixir. So we go in here with the lava in the back. We have a tombstone going in, which is like, okay, well, if he goes in with the tombstone, we don't really want to go in with a balloon because it's going to get pulled by the tombstone. But here I felt pretty safe doing it because the Inferno Dragon is his main counter to the balloon. And so the Inferno Dragon's not targeting my balloon, so why don't we just go in and zap the Inferno if we need to. And it wasn't a great scenario there, but he did spend a lot more elixir than we did, and we're still up 1 here with an Inferno Dragon on defense. And this was kind of, he's playing very aggressive here, and I guess you gotta do that if you want to beat Lavaloon with Lava Miner, but we were able to go ahead and wrap up all of his cards, and now we are ready to go up the lane. I like going up the lane against lava because you force out elixir on defense if they want to stop your push, and if they don't try and stop your push, then you just win. And the Inferno Dragon gives you the ability to just take out this Lava Hound very fast, so you don't really have to worry about, the lava getting too much damage or support units. So here we do go in with a zap to get ourselves 1 balloon hit, which is very nice. And the Inferno Dragon's still alive. He goes in with the miner there, which I found very interesting. I wanted to go with the balloon here just because I know he can't pull it and fireball and kill this entire push. So we go in with Skeleton Dragons here so we can take out the miner before it takes our tower out. Arrows for the lava pups. And just like that, we get Loon Death Bomb, and he is too late on his miner. The Skeleton Dragons were key to take out that miner there, and the arrows to make sure the lava pups got no chip. And a very, very nice first match against lava. Alrighty, so Hog EQ, which is a matchup that should usually be won by lava, but that a lot of players have a tough time with because, the Tesla and the Firecracker can get a lot of value if you don't play the match correctly. So we did win this matchup pretty handily because of our Arrows Miner combination, which is very nice against a Firecracker because you are able to use 2 different cards to take her out. Oh, I'd take the Firecracker out, not gonna lie. I don't know, man. I'm more of a no, you know what? We need a brunette, and I ain't talking no Archer Queen. She ain't a brunette, bro. She a busty one, busty musty, bro. Ew. All right, so we are going to try with this matchup to be very offensive, and what we're gonna do is build up a Lavaloon push, and only a Lavaloon push, because a Lavaloon push can take out pretty much everything he does. If he Teslas, whatever. Only go in with arrows though, to make sure that you can arrows the firecracker with no issues, because if she can get a lot of value, then it's a 3 for 12 trade, I think it was what it is, because she can get a lot of value, especially if they play their Tesla correctly. So it's annoying here that he kept going in, and that we didn't have a good starting hand, and that we couldn't really go in because he kept pressuring us. But here, you know, a new player might have been tempted, oh, I'll go in with the Loon, I've got 2 barbs. No. He's got a Tesla, he's got a firecracker, that's gonna just die, and your only good source of damage, since he has so many distracting cards, so you can't go in with Inferno Dragon, is the Lavaloon push. We are going to make sure that we take out this firecracker and ignore the Valkyrie. I feel fine with sacrificing the skeleton dragons here, because they're either going to get some damage or chip on the Tesla, and they do chip on the Tesla, which is very nice. So we just go in with the Lavaloon push here, and we go in with the miner to counter the Tesla, take it out, make sure nothing sketchy's happening, that he can't cycle back to another one. Just like that, we do take the tower, we arrows the firecracker just to get her off the board. And we're looking like in an even situation here. Very nice. We just go with the barbs. He's going to go with a 6 elixir push. 9 elixir actually with that earthquake. And he gets some damage, but that was a really expensive offensive push. So we can now go in with the Lava Hound. I went with it there because he's back to another hog. You've got to be careful in double, because he can go in for 2 hog pushes by the time you get your first lava down in double, because he could cycle very fast, so you've got to be careful there. And we do go in with the balloon here. Nothing too fancy, just gonna miner there to kind of tank for our balloon, but the balloon did end up dying, which was sad, but literally it just means that we have to keep going and spamming in the pocket. His firecracker's out of cycle. If he does want to go with a firecracker anywhere that's going to get value, we can just take it out with skeleton dragons, and just like that, we have units on the tower. And as you can see, we played enough defense there to make sure that he couldn't just stack off defense, and we were able to win that because we got an offensive push down and we kind of just steamrolled him. You don't want to go too defensive, especially not in single elixir. In double elixir you can afford to play some defense too. And here's this quick note versus hog again. If he goes Valk in front of his hog, you can put barbarians right in front of the Valk, because the first barbarian will attract the Valkyrie and she'll just stay there, and then the 4 other barbarians will attack the hog. It's a very good play that I recommend trying out for a +3 trade. Alright guys, so here we do have Lava versus Royal Giant Queen Lightning, which is like, okay, that's a really annoying matchup, because the Queen and the Lightning, they're going to take out your stuff, and the Queen cannot be killed very easily by your deck here, because since you only have arrows. This matchup is played with a mix of being very offensive and also knowing when to defend, because your Inferno Dragon here is going to get a ton of value, although you do have to be careful about the Electro Spirit and the Lightning spell. As long as you don't give them good lightning value, if they want to go in with the lightning on your Inferno Dragon, it's really not worth it, and you can just counter push other lane. Here is going to be a rough looking matchup until we get a Barbs on the field. So here I'm looking for what he's got. What is he running? Is he running Fireball or Lightning? That's kind of the first push. We're just scouting what he's got. So we do manage to wrap up his push here and get some death damage, and we are up 1 elixir after this. I tried to do a cool little Inferno Dragon play that just didn't end up working. So annoying there, but he had to play a fisherman on our miner if he didn't want it. Usually the people will go in with like a fisherman or something, because they see miner chip as a threat, and also they want to try and activate King Tower, which nearly never works. So you don't really have to worry about that. And we got away with the little miner zap play there because we forced elixir out of him, and just like that, we're only down about 1 elixir. He goes in with the queen at the bridge. annoying play there, but you know, such is life. We'll just go ahead and arrows that, and it is a 7 for 6 trade, but you're not going to counter the Archer Queen for less elixir usually. Now here's what I'm talking about, the balance between offense and defense. You need to be careful that you're not over defending there. All we did was Inferno Dragon there on that 10 elixir push, and so we are up or down only 1 from that Lava Hound that we played, which is amazing. So now we're going to go in and we're going to wait for that Archer Queen to pop her ability, and he can't really, so we're going to put a miner down once she pops so we can take her out. And the barbarians get a ton of value here on offense because the only thing he has to counter him are Dark Prince, and we have a lot of cards on the field that are going to help take out the Dark Prince. So we do go in here, and he's got nearly nothing to use there, so then we just kind of win the game because we have built up a massive push. Since he spent so much elixir on offense, we put a 7 elixir card down. He spent 10 on offense, and we spent 4 on defense, and we lose our tower, but have a big counter push going for only a loss of 1 elixir, which is very big, and we were able to steamroll him from there. Big mistake on his part, but I don't know how he would have won that matchup if we played smartly, so let's get into the next one. Bait is a very common deck in the meta, and any form of bait you are able to beat with this deck if you play well. Your arrows, your miner, you're able to counter the Prince bait decks. The Zap is able to retarget the Inferno Dragon, so it's very, Inferno Tower, I'm sorry. So it's very nice there, and you're able to use the arrows to your advantage, especially in double elixir. So you're gonna have to a little careful in single because you have to make sure you're defending. Versus bait, you just have to defend in single. Don't worry if you can't build up a huge push, because in double you are going to be able to play a lot of bait, kind of just mess around with their rocket, and you're going to get value out of that, because if you go with the Lavaloon push, they have to rocket it. So then you can just go in with Skeleton Dragons, or Inferno Dragon is also good in this matchup because you can kind of just get him back there after you bait out a rocket, and then all you have to do is take out his swarm units, and then you can get a lot of value out of him. So we do realize pretty early on that he's playing this version where he doesn't have a big spell. He just has the Minion Horde and Inferno Tower there. So we know that we can just hang in there for 30 more seconds of double elixir, and then we can go in with our arrows behind our Lavaloon push to make sure we take out that Minion Horde. And all we have to do is not really worry about an Inferno Tower so much, because we can zap that and miner the Princess. So we've got a pretty good strategy here, and here what we're doing is I want to feint an offensive push to get him to spend elixir on defense, as well as to make sure that he can't really go in with a big push, or just, in general, just go in, because we wanted to make sure that we could get to double elixir because we just win in double. So we go in with an offensive push that really amounts to nothing except buying time for us to get to double, and a smart play there by him. But that would be the last time we went on defense, really. We go in here, Lava Hound. What we are going to do is go in with the balloon here. We are going to use the miner to take out his princess. We are going to use the arrows for the incoming minion horde. We were able to get a prediction down here. I knew they were coming in, and they were able to be killed without getting a single hit. And we took this tower, which is very, very clutch, in my opinion. And I was playing some really good gameplay the last 30 minutes of the season, where I was able to do this. We did go in with the barbs there, which maybe it isn't necessary, but I wasn't banking on the fact that this push right here was going to do something. I kind of wanted to build up a barbs counter push using the balloon as well, because he doesn't have a big spell, and the only thing is a princess, and we can take her out with the arrows there, or the miner. So a very good matchup against off-meta bait, but it's still a bait deck. And I'm going to bring you some more matches right here against the log bait. Alright guys, so we do have another log bait deck, and it's log bait cycle, which is I want to say maybe it's easier to face than the log bait Goblin Gang decks, because although his cycle is faster, the Goblin... Actually, you know what? I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure if log bait classic or log bait cycle is better to face, because log bait cycle, he's able to go in with rockets and stuff really fast. You could just cycle them out, so it's much harder to bait out his cards with the log bait cycle, since his cycle is so fast. But here we just go in with the balloon here to take out his Tesla, and then just go in with the miner because I know his elixir was not enough to defend it, and we wanted to use the balloon there to take out the Tesla so the Tesla could not one-shot all of our lava pups. And there we just took a tower, which is very nice. The Tesla variant is easier to face than the Inferno because behind a lava hound, your units can stay alive longer, since the Inferno Dragon or Inferno Tower takes much less time to kill your tower than to kill your... I'm sorry, I'm just messing up, bro. Alright, so we went in there, and honestly, the best push, or... Okay, so nothing much to see there. He just went in with the knight. We kind of just barbarians to make sure he didn't get too much damage. And with this matchup against Tesla, I feel very comfortable because we are able to have more opportunities to bait out his cards, since the Tesla takes a lot longer to kill a lava hound than an Inferno Tower does. You know how the Inferno just heats up and kills it? You are able to have much more time to act behind a Tesla, since the Tesla takes longer to kill your lava. He has to go in here with the rocket if he doesn't want to take a hit. So we're just going to go in, since we know he doesn't have a splash card. We go in with the miner in the back, and really this game is just in the bag. Skeleton Dragon on the tower, he's back to his rocket, but as soon as he gets back to his rocket, we're just going to go in with some more bait cards, and he kind of just gives up here because we were able to play a very good matchup. And this deck does have good matchup versus log bait, which is what I love to see, since I struggle with facing log bait using lava tombstone. And now we'll just get into one last match. Alrighty guys, so the last deck okay guys, so the last matchup here for you guys today is a standard Royal Giant deck with Mega Minion and E-Wizard and Fireball, and it's a winnable matchup, which I love to see with these decks. It's not easy, it's not hard, it's even, I think maybe it's even, where you can just outplay the opponent and win. Now, we go in with the lava in the back because I feel pretty safe doing that. This Mega Minion's going to be almost taken out by our Inferno Dragon, and here we suffer a big damage deficit. I underestimated how healthy these units would be after we went in with the barbs, but we do have a huge elixir advantage here. And Fireball can't be used immediately, since he did spend elixir on the Mega Minion and the cage, so we are able to just go and take this tower here with the miner down. He goes in with the fisherman here, but we just zap it to make sure that we take out this tower, because I don't want to focus on having to take out a tower later in the game, since valuable elixir would be wasted trying to take it out with like a spell or something. So what we do here is pretty lackluster, I want to say. We're just relaxed. We're gonna let him take this tower. You want to spend 2 extra elixir, go ahead and do it. We are going to go in with the lava in the middle, because if he does decide to go with the RG something in the pocket, we can use our lava hound to protect our Inferno Dragon to make sure the Inferno takes it all out. Here we're chilling. Got a lava down. He puts his Mega Minion down, which is a mistake in my opinion. He does go in with the E-Wizard on the left side. If he would have went in on the right side, he would have hit the Inferno and not the balloon. So either way, it's fine there. The Inferno Dragon can be used to take out E-Wizards, which is actually kind of funny. What you can do is kind of just go in with a Lavaloon push, and once the Lavaloon are in front, and he goes in with the E-Wizard, you can actually use a Inferno Dragon to kill the E-Wizard pretty fast, since the E-Wiz won't be targeted onto it. And so here, what I do is arrows there because I want to make sure that we just wrap up the push. He's got 25 seconds left. He's got to go in now, and we're almost back to our barbarians. So I feel pretty comfy just sitting here playing some defense. I think he realized that it was just over for him there because he can't break through Infernal Dragon and the barbarians even with a fireball down and get 2,400 damage because he doesn't have enough time to build up a big push. And just like that, we do win it and secure 7,300, which is awesome. I love this deck, and I'm going to be using it this season, and I very highly recommend that you use it as well. With that, guys, have a great day. I hope this video helped you out, and if it did, let's hit that like button and get to 1,100 subs. Have a good one. Oh, it's like a sock puppet, dude. Look at this.